This is K24 Sports Hub. I tell you, this, of course, is the only sports show in East and Central Africa where you'll get guests who cannot be found anywhere else. That you can take to the bank. And you can, of course, have this conversation on social media at Kwalanda. That is on Twitter, Tony Kwalanda on Facebook, at K24 TV, Tony Kwalanda on YouTube channel, just in case you miss or you want to see more of our shows. That's where you can have this conversation. Today is very special. I have two sets of lovely local guests. We are starting with a very important workshop, a very important sports workshop for you. Certain things that you need to know about investment, certain things that you need to know about matters legal about sports that you've gotten yourself into. So we have the people and who, of course, are dealing with that, and they are planned a very important workshop right at Strathmore University here in the capital, Nairobi, tomorrow. Of course, this is what, of course, I'm talking about. My director should be playing them right now. This, of course, I picked it up from one of the CEO actually sent me this pamphlet, and you can see clearly, that's the title of it, the Sports Law Management Workshop, Attracting Investment in Sports. Kama unataka kujivunia. And you can see those are the key investment speakers at that particular event. Ndo watakuwa hapo. We can see we have Nick Mwendwa, of course, dining introduction. We have Ohaga John, we have Wasike, we have Ochwada, and the moderator herself, Janet Katisia. And they are here, of course, and to expound further about the things that will be happening at Strathmore University tomorrow. So tomorrow, not even if, you should be headed to Strathmore University from 8 a.m. Kwanzia 8 all the way till the p.m., 4 p.m. You don't want to miss, because these are people you rarely meet on the corridor. You can, as in, it's so hard to interact with such people. So trust me, you at Strathmore, they'll be giving you that rare opportunity to meet the likes of the Register of Sports. Finding Nick Mwendwa is very hard, so you can go. Tomorrow you find him at Strathmore University. There is also Ohaga, who is the chairman of the Sports Tribunal. Those are people who, the key speakers, who will be at that event, some of them, and they're discussing very important things. Talking about important things, this is where I bring in my guests. We have Eva Odongo, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Law Query Kenya. And of course, on my far left, we have herself, Janet Katisia, who will be the moderator, who is the Managing Director of Law Query Kenya. Karibuni sana. Let's start with you, Eva. Why should I come to your event as a sports stakeholder or any other person who is in sports?
Thanks.
Why should I come?
Thanks, Tony. If you're interested in sports, if you're a talent or if you manage talent, you need to know how to package yourself in order to make money out of that talent. It's not enough to just have the talent. You need to know how to convert it into money. And that's how you need to know how to get investors, how you need to get sponsors. What do investors look for? What do they really need from you? And how do you make sure that you package yourself in a way that can attract even them to come look for you, not you looking for them?
That's definitely. And why did you pick up on the likes of Nick Mwendwa also, and you're focusing mostly on legal issues? Why legal issues? Why? Because I know definitely sportsmen really overlook that particular aspect about knowing about their laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's part of a culture that we are trying to change. As Law Query, we are a legal research and consultancy firm. And one of the things that we are trying to put into the culture of Kenyans these days is preventive lawyering, where you anticipate what's going to happen and you make sure that you prevent it from happening. So at Law Query, that's what we do. We try and get you ways to give you the skills and the knowledge that will help you to prevent conflict so that you can focus more on your business. So this is why we need to bring in people from different areas of the sports law and sports management arena and put them together in one room where you can learn from them, and you're able to make better decisions as a sports person or as a sports manager for that matter. And it will prevent you from getting into legal conflict generally.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Let me bring in the moderator herself, the Managing Director of Law Query Kenya. Janet, I mean, you're based in Mombasa, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And of course, we'll be having some pictures of you. You have met some of, I mean, you're very ideal for this particular event. This is you. What was happening here with with the Gianni Infantino. Hey, hapo ulikuwa up close. Is that, yeah.
Yes, this is when we got onto the ethics committee of FIFA,
Yes.
where I'm a member. So
Wow.
this is the day, our first meeting. Yes, so we're with the chairperson of the investigatory chamber and the chairperson of the adjudicatory chamber and Infantino.
Fantastic.
Yes.
This was just before the World Cup or during World
No,
Cup?
this was in 2017.
2017.
Yes.
Most definitely. So you are very key. So you are very, I mean, you're very relevant for this particular workshop. And of course, also I can see you there with, it should be Governor. Who was that you're greeting and where were you?
Oh, that is
And why
when...
were you smiling? I'm just joking.
Thank you. This is an opportunity I got under the IVLP program with the US State Department, where they took us through a cultural visit of the US. And one of the things we did was to attend one of the NBA playoffs in Philadelphia and to watch the American football.
Fantastic.
So we interacted with sports, and you can see in the US, sports is big.
It's serious.
On a weekday, the stadiums were full.
Certainly.
And that's what I would love for Kenya.
So of course, through this kind of workshop. And here I can
Yes.
see you're doing that peace sign kind of pose. Who are those? This, of course, of Moscow during the World Cup.
Yes, this was during the World Cup this year. It was an amazing, amazing experience.
Don't ask me where I got this photo. Ako tu na wewe hapa.
I'm there with my colleagues in the ethics committee of FIFA, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
certainly.
yeah.
And this was, of course, a very lovely moment for yourself as well as Kenya. You are Kenyan. You are there as Kenyan,
Yes.
sure. Mombasa County is a very important county to your activities. As you can see, this is a picture, of course, you've taken with how alikuwa nani? This, of course, is the people from the governor's office.
This is our deputy governor, Kingi, and we have Mishimboko, the MP of Likoni, and we have the CEC of Sports and Youth and Gender, Mr. Chalo Munyoki, Mheshimiwa. Yes, so you know now sports is devolved to the counties.
Yes.
So it's important for the counties to also play their role and manage sports in a way that is profitable for the youth to get employment and even for investors to be attracted.
I can see Eva there, Kura Bilangori. Of course, you are involved in very many activities, but sports is one of those. This was during, what was this, Eva?
That was part of our voter education campaign
Yeah.
in 2017. We were reaching out to the youth particularly and encouraging them to take part positively in different aspects of government. And our tagline for that campaign was Kura Bilangori. Yeah, so part of the issues that they were bringing up were that they want more opportunities, they want more stadiums, they want more places where they can exploit their talents. And for them to be able to do that, they need to know which institutions that they need to approach, how to approach them, and how to engage with them.
Certainly. Janet, objectives of this particular, you being a moderator for this event, your objectives at the end of the day, at the end of 5 p.m. Tomorrow as people leave Strathmore University, what will you want them to carry home from this workshop?
What you'd want them to carry home is a roadmap of how to monetize their talent as managers of talent, and also to let them know how they can interact with the other stakeholders, who include the government, the sports marketers, and the investors in sports. And particularly for them to have an understanding that sports is now a business, and it must be approached from that point of view. And key, even on the international plane, is governance of the sports industry. So they must be able to have structures in place, systems in place, and the proper values of integrity, transparency, and accountability, so as to attract more and more people into this multi-billion industry.
So, of course, we should be expecting athletes, boxers. You know, we have a boxing bout on Saturday. Is that
Yes.
it?
Yes, yes.
Are we expecting all kind of people who need to be at that particular event tomorrow before to end at boxing Saturday?
Yes,
You know, Eva?
yes. You need to come first, then we go for boxing, all of us together.
Eva, let me, after this workshop, what are you looking to do a follow-up, just in case, for this kind of workshop? Because this workshop should not just be once. You're looking at us athletes, they find themselves in very awkward moments, perhaps in their finance or in their management of staff, with those stuff like that. So is that will be a follow-up workshop?
Yeah.
Am I in once in a blue moon? Am I you're testing first, then you will see what next to do?
We definitely can do a follow-up, but what we want to start is to get the conversation going. Let's start talking about it. So far, there's been a lot of talk about ADAC and their programs, yeah?
Yes.
And they're going to be part of this. They're part of our partners, and they'll be speaking at this event as well. So this is just the beginning of the conversation, and we should continue with this conversation. People need to know how to begin to invest even in your knowledge.
Yes.
The same way you invest in capital for any other business is how you should be investing in sports. And part of the investment needs to go into training of your players, training of your staff and management. And as Loquery, yes, we can provide that kind of training. We can organize seminars. This is just one of the seminars that we have in our program for this year. And we do have also in-house training sessions that we can organize.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. Janet, where can people find you? Eva told me that they're setting up an office very soon in Nairobi. In Mombasa, where are you?
By
where
public
people,
demand.
Yeah. And where can people find you on social media? Or, yeah, physical office plus the online offices.
Yes, you know now offices are just an address because we do our business mostly online. Yes. We are at Ratna Square in Mombasa. However, on the internet, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our handle is Loquery Kenya. Yeah. We have our website, www.loquery.co.ke.
Most definitely.
Where you'll find all the resources you require.
Or you can even download our mobile application. It's available for free on Google Play Store. It has the summaries of the laws of Kenya, including the Sports Act and the Anti-Doping Act, yes, summarized in a way that any person can easily understand.
Most definitely.
So download the app and keep abreast with what's happening in the industry.
Eva Odongo, CEO or Chief Executive Officer, Loquery. Janet Katisia, Managing Director, Loquery Kenya. Thank you very much, ladies, for making time to travel. Watu wa Mombasa mona mwakilishi na warembo wazuri sana kutoka hapa kuja Nairobi. Thank you so much, Mombasa, for letting your ambassadors to come over to Nairobi to share about this sports law and management workshop. Tomorrow, asubuhi, walk your way to Strathmore University for this history making an eye-opening if you're a sports stakeholder like myself. Mimi nitakuwa huko. Je, wewe utakuwa huko?